Wow, what a brilliant start to the 2014 season. 4 massive days in the Andes, which tested pretty much everything that a bike and rider could handle. Jerome Clementz has come here. He's come with a new bike. He's totally destroyed everybody. And, you know, maybe this is going to put closure to the whole wheel size argument. But let's not forget, it's not about the wheel size. It's about the geometry that comes with that bike. And, you know, this new Jekyll, it's got radically different geometry to his old bike. It's also super light, and you know, we've been talking about super light bikes, 160mm travel for years now. This year we're seeing a lot of new stuff, long travel that you can ride all day. So we managed to see Jerome just after the event and go through the bike. He's had it a few years now. He's been developing this. It's nothing new. It's not a brand new bike. Yeah, let's have a chat with him. It's not exactly a secret that Jerome Clementz has been riding a new Jekyll out here in Chile. Jerome, you've been actually riding the new Jekyll for quite a while now, since the end of last year, right?
I'm riding a new 650B. I don't know the name, but
okay,
yeah,
so
I'm riding a new 650B.
A new bike, okay.
Yeah.
So, so you've changed your tune a little bit. You were all 26 last year, but it's just a bike, right?
Yeah. So basically, in 2013, at the beginning, Cannondale asked me if I wanted to ride 650B, but just take the Jekyll we had and put just bigger wheels, change the rear end, and have the same bike basically.
Yeah.
And I decided to just stay on the 26 for the year racing,
yeah, and
then develop a bike around the new wheel. So it's the same suspension, yeah, cinematics, but all the geometry is different.
Yeah.
So we spent a year, yeah, testing the geometry, and finally after finale I got the new bike with carbon frame, and yeah, so far I'm riding with that.
Yeah. I mean, visually it's almost identical, but really, I mean, most people think, oh, it's the same bike, but it is radically different. And I did some measurements in it earlier, Jerome, I hope you don't mind, and it's significantly longer. It's almost an inch longer, yeah, on the wheelbase. I think the most interesting thing is you've lowered the bottom bracket compared to the old bike. It's the axles are almost on the centre of the bottom bracket. Yeah. So there must be improved cornering on this bike. And
the cornering, like what impressed me the most when I changed the bike, it was the grip in the corner and the way it reacted. So the wheelbase are longer, so it's more stability when it's high speed. Yeah. But with the grip and the new bottom bracket height, you still can corner better. And for me, I can lean the bike more and like charge more. Before you had to be kind of cautious. Yeah. Now you can really push on the bike, and you can feel at the exit of the corner you have more grip and you're not on the line, so you can be more confident and ride more.
Yeah, I mean, aggressive. Some people would say like the bike doesn't really matter, but it is a big factor, isn't it, getting the bike correct?
I think it's a big factor to have your bike setting correctly. Yeah. You need to feel it and to be good on it. When I changed, it was strange at the beginning because you have to change a bit the way you ride, well, to use the bike in its best way.
Yeah, I guess the thing is you've changed quite a few things this year. You've gone, the bike is longer and lower, but you also got the wheel size. I mean, should we quickly talk about wheel size changes? Because there's obviously, yeah, you know, how do you know, is it the kind of wheel that's made it more stable, or is it the kind of geometry? I mean,
I think it's a mix of both. If you just put wrong geometry on 650B wheel, it's maybe not better. Yeah, yeah. But if you improve the geometry to fit the 650B wheel, you get a better bike. So for me, it's not a different bike; it's just an evolution. Yeah.
How have you got on with like the timing and stuff? When you kind of brake different in corners and things like that. I mean, did it take a while to adapt, though?
It's just your regular riding. It's not a big change, but you have to adapt. You know, my riding is more like I go and find few places where I can put my tires and have a quick push. Yeah. So with that, you need to learn the length of your bike, how it reacts. So you have to adapt a bit this way. Braking wise, it's not a big difference. And then what surprised me the most is the grip. So now I can come and lean harder, yeah, and feel better at the exit.
Just quickly, how tall are you? You're
169.
169, okay. I mean, just so you know, this bike is almost as long as a downhill bike in measurement. Yeah. Let's talk quickly about, there's this mystery about suspension setup and all that stuff, but the thing is, we've been through 14 stages, right, all very different. You can't get the optimum setup for each stage, so like we've gone through sand and stuff like that. So what's been your kind of strategy in terms of setup for this race?
I try to set up my bike for the year, basically. So I spend time when I have my bike, so now for the Jekyll it's easier because I'm used to it. But I set the suspension, the fork and the shock the way I like. And after, that's it. After I just do a few adjustments. So for example, if it's a bit steeper, I add a bit more hair in the fork so it dives less, or a bit of low speed compression. It's just a few details, but I don't like to touch too much. I don't change everything. I don't change the height of the handlebar. These kind of things are the same all year long. And I just make a few, maybe a rebound a bit quicker, slower, depending of the way the trail is. Here basically you ride blind, so by the time you go down, it's too late to adjust. When you train, you can say, okay, no, the next stage is gonna be more rocky, I can change, or but here you don't know exactly what you're gonna have. So you just try to have a bike that works in almost every condition.
I was quite surprised. I was photographing a really rocky stage, and you came absolutely charging past me, and there was a big rock there, and a massive crash through it. You're running quite low tyre pressures on the Mavic tyres.
Yeah.
I mean, how much do you weigh? You weigh what, 60, 70 kilos?
Yeah, 63 kilo.
Yeah.
And I run 22 in the front and 25 in the rear.
Yeah. Which
for me is good, and the wheel is a bit softer. So and the tire is the casing is strong. Yeah. So far I never cut the sidewall. And it allows me to run low on pressure and have a better grip.
Yeah. So, were you surprised? I mean, Francois beat you in a couple of stages. Really, I think it was yesterday. Really, not yesterday, before yesterday. Really tight, twisty stage. Yeah. I mean, some people have got an idea that 29-inch wheel bikes don't get through the tight corners, but he did really well, didn't he? To win those stages.
He's a really good rider. Yeah. He's getting better every year. Last year was fast, and then he got an injury and he came back strong. He beat me at Mega Avalanche. Yeah. It was a really technical one because of the rain. And regarding the 29er, I think people have to change their mind compared to a few years ago, because the geometry are not the same.
Exactly.
So
it's about the bike, not the
when I tried the first Cannondale 29er, I was like, I will never ride this. And now I tried the Trigger 29er, and it's actually fun and it turns good. So
you've changed your tune, haven't you?
Sorry?
You've changed your tune a bit?
No, for me, I don't think it's faster the way I ride to race with a 29er, but I enjoy, and it can turn quite good. Yeah, after, for me, I think regarding my riding style, the race we do in the World Series and most of the Enduro, I will not be faster, I think, on the 29er. Yeah. So for me, this 650B is a good balance. Yeah. And it's not for me a revolution. It's just an evolution. As you can have new disc brake that is more powerful, lighter, or the seat post that makes your bike a bit better. I think the wheel size and the geometry makes the bike a bit better, but it's still a bike.
Okay, so you can imagine now this is an extra large.
It's still a bit shorter.
Huh?
It's a bit shorter.
Is it on there?
Yeah.
Okay. It's about an inch, isn't it? But this is an extra large bike?
Yeah, it's a medium.
Is that on there? Yeah. Okay. So what size bike? Is that like
medium.
A medium? It's a medium. Right, okay.
The thing is that with that, when you do your corner right, when you are in the good line, it turns quick. It's not a problem. Yeah. The length is just a problem when you do it wrong. So when you're kind of stuck, it's harder to go back on the right.
Can you adjust that bike then?
On the
geometry?
Yeah, the tread.
Right. Okay.
Depending of the fork.
Yeah. It's super light as well.
13 key.
Wow. Makes a big change.
Yeah, I mean the other one was was a bit lighter, but with 26 inch.
Yeah, yeah.
So 13 kilo like this, it's good. Yeah. It's stiff. Works well.
Yeah, I think they've got it right this year actually with that.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, it's going to take a while to, but it takes a while to evolve a bike, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's. I was really happy the way we did it. So we had plenty of aluminium geometry that we tried, we tested. It timing, feeling. We were at the ranch with Mark. We're gonna have a video about that.
That's the difference in it, is that you can feel fast,
yeah.
but you need the facts, don't you?
Yeah, you feel fast, the fact, and we were going uphill, downhill, fast section, technical section, and it was good to have like 4 riders with Ben Cruz, Jason and Mark Ware, because we all had different feedback. So for example, Ben would even like it longer, for example, because he liked to go flat out. And
so what do you reckon the time difference is between this bike and your old bike?
I mean,
say, per minute.
I have a master of timing, which is Nicolas Bouillot's, and Nicolas Bouillot said 26 and 27.5 is 1 second every 3 minutes.
Right, okay.
So that's mean I'm gonna be faster this year.
But you're the master now.
Yeah, I'm only 1-time world champion, and he's 10 times, so a long way to go.
But do you actually like doing the kind of testing and trying different stuff like that?
I like to do the testing. I'm not too much a timing guy. Like I like the feeling more when I feel good on the bike, but it's also good. But
the thing is, because there's such a different feeling when you get back on a 26, because it feels quick, and then you look at the watch, it's like, actually it's just a feeling. It's not a fact.
That's true. But I mean, I do both. But if I'm fast on the bike, but I don't feel good, it's not a good feeling neither, you know.
You can actually
most of the people, they don't care about 1 second, they just care about having fun on the bike.
The thing is,
so you need to have a good feeling too. Yeah,
you get more advantage if your head is in the right place rather than the bike, right?
Exactly.
Great, so there you go. Quite insight into Jerome's new, hopefully world winning bike for 2014.
Yeah.
Thanks Jerome for your time on that.
You're welcome.
Nice one.